Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to my full survival house in a 3x3 area. Now, it's a little misleading, okay, because the house is technically a 3x3 area, although underground it's a little bit bigger. Let me show you. Let's step inside here. So first things first, we got a trapdoor to sort of hold us up here so you could trick your friends and be like, hey, look guys, there's a huge house here. And then you like look down and then you got this. You got this whole big area. It's not big. I said, well, this whole big area full of stuff, I guess. It's got a farm with some chest storage, more chest storage, a little bedroom with some chests, furnaces, a brewing area, which is really cool. Down here, we have a mine, like right here. See, looks pretty cool, right? I thought this mine turned out really, really well. So pretty cool mine, ender chest and anvil, and then an enchantment table, which is a full 30. And then, yeah, so it's basically a full survival house. There's not much else you'd really need to survive. Aside from maybe some underground animal pens, but you could add that to your build. But if you guys want to learn how to build what you just saw exactly, block by block, step by step, stick around for the tutorial. Let's get started. Alright, so to build this super tiny but full survival house, you're going to need to find somewhat of a flat area. It doesn't need to be a huge area, but it has to be somewhat big. As you saw in the intro, it has some underground bits you're going to need to add. So we're just going to place 3 oak logs in a shape like this, with stairs facing the center on top of each one. And then on top of that, just a slab. We're going to put a wall here, and I put a pot and a blue orchid. Completely optional, you really don't need to do it. But in here, dig down 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, just like this. And then from the inside, you're going to want to place your door, just like so. Perfect. Now that's pretty much the exterior of the build. One thing I did just for fun is I put a blue orchid in there. Although you don't have to. I think it just adds a little bit of homeliness to the build, I guess. We're gonna extend this log all the way down, just like this. And these ones right here can also be extended down. However, that's optional. You can put cobblestone if you don't want to waste that much material. We're gonna take some ladders here, and we're gonna place them starting on that block right there, the first log. And they're going to be going all the way down. You're not going to put one right here. You're actually just going to leave it blank. Now, while we're down here, not including this right here, we're going to drill this out 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Now, a good way to keep everything nice and organized is going to be taking some torches and some logs. First of all, we're just going to light up the floor for now. But a good way to keep everything organized is every 2 blocks, place a log just like this, and then extend it all the way up to the ceiling. As a generality rule, you can kind of break these areas out, although each one is going to be a tad bit different and will have to be modified a little bit. But on the end here, this is where the farm is. We're going to dig out an additional 3 rows. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to dig out 2 this way and then 2 the other way. And that's going to be your farm. Now you can make your farm bigger or smaller than I chose to make it. It's really not going to be a big deal. Although if you want to make it bigger, feel free to do so. I'm just going to light up this area for now. So up top, I'm going to make a few changes. The reason there's not a ladder here is because there's actually going to be a trapdoor right there. We'll get to that in a bit. Although we can just go ahead and put that log there and then go ahead and place the trapdoor. But the reason there's not a ladder right here is that when you walk up to it, it doesn't like suck you up. But if you have a bottom ladder, it tends to. You have to actually jump. One thing you can also do is in the build, you don't even have to have a thing right there, right? You can actually crawl up trapdoors now. I'm not sure how to explain it, but you can just crawl up them. And if you can't, you can just put the ladder back. But it's kind of funny to like have your friends say, hey, look, I built a full survival house. And they're like, what? There's nothing here. And they're like, look down. And you're like, oh. And then they go down and they figure it out. So let's start building the actual inside of the base. Alright, so I grabbed a bunch of materials here, but I did not grab the one other thing I'm going to need. I'm going to break out this section here for now, and I think we're going to get started. So I'm going to put 2 soul sand right here, and I'm going to put nether wart on top of them. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to grab cobblestone. The floor in here is going to be cobblestone. You may just want to do it like this, where I am kind of placing the cobblestone everywhere that you can see, and it's going to make things a little bit simpler to do in your build. Right here, I wouldn't put anything but dirt. So the ceiling in this build is going to be made out of slabs, just like this. So you can't break that block, that's the actual grass block, so you'd be getting up into the actual Minecraft world. But you can put slabs right here, and it works just the same. Now if you don't have access to glowstone, a few of the things I'm going to do in here I use glowstone for, although you don't have to. I'm going to put my bed right there. I'm going to break out these blocks right here, not that one. I'm actually going to take some stairs made of oak, and I'm going to place those right here. And then to back the wall, I'm just going to put cobblestone right here, and then I'm going to put it right there as well. And then I'm just going to throw a chest down. That's just something I chose to do. I'm going to put a crafting table right here and then fill in the rest of the area with furnaces, including that little top area. Those are completely accessible. Right here, I broke out this back area. I put more slabs right here. I broke out these blocks. And then right here, I actually had a few things, okay? So I'm going to fill all this in with cobblestone, at least all the blocks that you can see. And I'm going to grab those two things real quick. Okay, so I chose to put a cauldron right here. I filled it with water, and then I put a tripwire hook to make it look like it was being filled by a faucet or something. I put one brewing stand right here, and then I put a item frame and a potion behind that. And then up top, as you guessed it, I put glowstone. If you don't have access to glowstone, you can literally just place this right here, and you're perfectly fine. Although I think it looks a little bit better with the glowstone option. Me personally, you know, it's just something personal. You don't have to do it. On this block right here, I'm gonna grab this block right here and let's get started on the farm. So we are gonna need dirt. However, I would recommend, we did not finish this little area right here. So this is an area in the build where I just put 2 chests. So I'm just gonna take some stairs, and instead of having slabs up there, I'm gonna put stairs and then 2 double chests right there. Now you can always make this base bigger or smaller and add chest storage as needed, but I'm gonna come in here now and I'm just going to add dirt, and I'm on the wrong field of view. I was on. You're probably like, Neo, why'd that look so weird? And I am sorry. I do apologize. It was only like that for a little bit though, so hopefully it wasn't too trippy to watch. The reason I did that was to take some pictures. I think it actually was like that most of the time. I'm not really sure, but either way, maybe here. Let me check the video. It doesn't really matter either way because it's really cramped under here anyways. So if you're on like the normal field of view, I mean, it still looks fine. But like, you definitely can't see as much. I always play on 90 personally. I think it looks the best. It's a good difference between like extreme and not extreme. But I chose to put some torches right here. I actually put my water in the wall right there, and then all these blocks I transformed into cobblestone. Although in here I chose to put a little bit of chests in here, just in a few select places. However, you may not want to do that, and that is completely up to you. But I'll show you what I did in this area, and then after that we're gonna go down there, build that bottom mine and furnace area. Now I took glowstone in here in my farm, and I actually built a little bit of lighting in here. So I put the glowstone on these blocks right here, and that's why I grabbed the trapdoor, and then I put it back up, which is funny. But we're gonna put the glowstone right here, and then we're gonna take stairs and we're gonna place them right here. And then we're gonna break out these areas, and then I'm gonna put a stair right here and then a stair right here and break out the area below those. Now these areas are gonna be where I put my chests, so make sure you line the back of them and all the blocks in between with cobblestone, just so that you can't actually see the raw materials behind them. So just gonna put cobblestone here and here and here, and make sure you get those little corners, guys. You don't want to have the corners showing, otherwise it looks a little weird. So I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and grab the chests. So there's tons of chest storage pretty much in the farm area, which, you know, you may or may not like it, but if you don't want to have this be a farm, you could transform it into something else, an enchantment room perhaps, or something like that. But we will actually add an enchantment room, because if I'm labeling this as the tiniest full 3x3 house, there's no point in me having a farm and all this stuff and then no enchantment room. That'd be a little awkward. So well, I actually didn't have that in the original build, so let me think of a place to put that real quick. I know there has to be somewhere, and I actually know exactly where I'm going to put it. Let's take some slabs made of cobblestone. So that's pretty much the upstairs area in full. So let's go right here and let's start digging down a little bit. So I'm just going to dig down 2 blocks like this. I'm going to break out 2 more blocks, and then I'm going to put slabs all throughout this area right here, just so that we have a little bit of an area to work with. I'm going to break out these blocks right here, and not these, but we're going to take these logs, and these logs are going to extend all the way down into this little underground area, and then I'll go ahead and just place a torch and a torch. And now the ladder, all you have to do for this ladder right here is just place literally 1 ladder. That's all you need. Like, look, you can go up and down right here, and then you close that one, and then you come here. So you can go through every floor without having to because the areas are small, right? So if you were to walk into this, normally it would move you, and it's kind of annoying, right? But yeah, I chose to put cobblestone right here, And then I put, let me see, I took a picture of that area. Yes, I put some logs right here in the corners. Now, the thing about the logs in the corners, I put them all the way up. You can't really see them on that side, and you can kind of see it under the bed, but it's really not a big deal. I thought it looked fine. Usually I'm OCD about that kind of stuff, but it doesn't really matter. So right here, I chose to put my crafting table and my furnace. However, since this is a full survival house and whatnot, I chose to do something a little bit different. So let's grab a bookcase. Alright, so the materials in my hotbar should be everything you need. If you want to add more things to this build, you can, although I really don't know what else you would need. I'm going to take these slabs here and I'm going to continue that trend, and I'm going to break 3 logs past, so there's a little intersection right here, and then I broke 3 more blocks, and then we're going to have to break the sides of this as well, and then everywhere in here you can just place slabs. It actually works out really well doing this whole 2.5 high ceilings because it gives you enough room to fit everything, but at the same time it doesn't really feel cramped at all, which is always a plus for me. I'm going to put glowstone down here, and then that should be it for glowstone. There's not really another places you could really stick it. You could stick it right there, and then you could also stick it right there if you wanted to, but it's really not gonna make or break this build, I promise. So right here where you see this cobblestone, feel free to break it and just add cobblestone. It's not gonna interfere with anything. We're actually 1 block away from the farm, so we did this perfect. And then I'm gonna put cobblestone in here as well, and then I'm gonna put my enchantment table down. Now one side over here, I did a side where there was 2 mines, as you saw in the beginning video. You don't have to do that. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different just so that we can fit everything we're gonna need. So I'm going to put the ender chest right here, and then an anvil on top of it, or you can do an anvil and an ender chest. It really doesn't matter, but either way that gives you a full enchantment table, which is always nice. But yeah, so let's go over here and I'll show you how I did my mine. So I took stairs made of oak wood and then stairs made of cobblestone, so again, pretty easy materials to gather. And then all I did was, starting on this block right here, I just started going down. So I put a wooden stair, and then I broke down a block, and I just made basically like a path down like this. And you can make this as deep or as not deep as you want it to go, but it's a pretty simple thing to do. Let me come in here and let me show you how I actually built it. So this stair right here, obviously I started breaking them, and then I just sort of put them on these upper blocks right here. Let me just put this in my hand, that way you guys can see. And I would do this all the way down to bedrock, because if you have a nice mine, it kind of makes the world feel a little bit better, I guess, maybe. I don't know, it depends on what you like, but I like to have a nice mine. I like it to look pretty, which I know is a little bit stupid, but hey, if it's gonna make you happy, guys, do it. But when you put stairs on the top and bottom, it actually makes the hallway feel a lot bigger, which is nice. I also took some fence, and randomly along it, every 2 blocks, I'd break out all these blocks you saw me break there. And then I would actually take a piece of glowstone, put it there, and then just build it all the way up, and it makes it look like somewhat of a support, I guess. You know, this is like completely aesthetic and it'd be wasting glowstone, but if you have access to it and you want to build this as like a little outpost base or something, definitely feel free to do it, because I thought it looked really, really cool. And then we'll go ahead and just continue that pattern all the way down. But yeah, that's pretty much let me clear my throat there. That's pretty much the entirety of the build. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, be sure to click that subscribe button and you'll be notified when I upload. If you guys are new to the channel and you want to say hi in the comments, make sure to leave me a comment. I reply to all the comments on my channel, believe it or not. Shader pack, texture pack, any of that fancy stuff is all going to be down in the description below. But yeah, please leave me a comment and I'll be sure to reply. Love talking to you guys in the comments. I really hope you guys enjoyed this super compact, tiny 3x3 house. I guess it's a little misleading, but at the same time, it is a 3x3 house from above, but underground it is a little bit bigger. You're not wrong, but from above it does fit in a 3x3 area. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, just leave me a comment and I'll reply. If we can get 500 likes for this really cool house, I'd really appreciate it. That would be so awesome. So let's see if we can get 500 likes for this video. That would be incredible. But yeah, thank you guys for watching a final time, and I'll see you in the next one.